Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Little Coffee Chats with Zach and Kailey. My name is Zach Man.
And my name is Kailey Man.
And we are thrilled and delighted for you to be here with us.
Absolutely thrilled to bits.
Wherever you are.
In a car, on a walk, at home, folding laundry, wherever it may be. We're happy you're here.
Yeah, anywhere you are.
Taking a nap. I hope you're not sleeping through this. But maybe you have a really soothing voice. It could help people fall asleep.
I do. You do.
I think you have a really soothing voice.
I don't think I do, honestly. I don't want to hear myself talk. No.
Well, no one likes hearing themselves talk.
I am completely shocked that people tell me that.
You?
Yeah, listen to me. No, when you tell me that, it's so hard to take it as a compliment. But when I tell you that, you also have a hard time, but you literally have the best voice ever.
I disagree. So I get it. But
do you really, are you just being like
no,
humble?
Sometimes I hear my voice and I think I'm getting more used to hearing my voice, but sometimes I hear it and I go, oh my God.
Because
sorry.
I know you feel that way maybe because obviously I'm editing these episodes in the house with
it's just
a speaker
too
on,
much of myself.
and you have to hear yourself over and over and over again. But I just love how you sound. It's so
well, thank goodness. I mean, you are in love with me, so I'm glad that
you
like that.
I am in love with you, and I love you very much. And
I'm in love with you, and I love you very much.
And I'm very excited about today's episode because we've been teasing this.
Oh yeah,
and
it's been a long time coming.
The thing about this episode that's so fun for me is that you don't need really any notes on this. You have this is something that you inherently have knowledge of. And for me, this would be the equivalent of a sports podcast where I could just honestly just talk and probably sound coherent to some people.
Yes.
But a lot of our topics, we actually have to do some research and think about it because it's not like we know it really well. But today we're talking about the Real Housewives in general, but the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
My favorite. I have an obsession with Salt Lake City and Mormonism.
So Kailey, when did you get into the Real Housewives in general?
Oh, I definitely started watching the Real Housewives of Orange County, the OGs of the OC, when I was, I don't know, in high school or something with my mom.
Was that the first iteration of the show?
Oh yes.
Okay.
It was OC and then New York.
So when was Beverly Hills? Third?
Beverly Hills was probably, it was either third or fourth because Atlanta might have been after that. I don't really know actually.
Beverly Hills was literally not even the first. It wasn't even the second.
No.
That's mind blowing to me.
Well, because OC is so close. So you're thinking, well, how do we get a different group of women? So you're going to New York next for that.
Right.
And then a completely different group from that, I think, is Atlanta. So that's why I think it was third. I need to fact check that, actually.
So Orange County also at the time, I guess, I don't know if you're in high school, but you have Laguna Beach, you have the OC. So was there a moment where
there's
the OC...
a cultural obsession, It's like the OC, the Hills, Laguna Beach, it all rolled into one. So the older set was for Real Housewives of Orange County. And my dad, oh my God, my mom and I would be watching, and my dad, he's not going to like that I say this. He'd be like, oh, you're watching those bitches again? Because they're always fighting. Yeah. So, and he doesn't like that. So he'd be like, oh, not that.
Well, we also were just in Orange County in Newport Beach.
Were.
Did it bring back any memories for you?
No, but I kept being like, is that where they film? Is that where they film? Like when we were driving out last night. Because I think the OC is really big. There are lots of different parts of it. So I'm like, is
huge.
Newport is OC and Laguna is obviously OC, but what else is? I don't really know.
I think Irvine probably.
Irvine?
Anaheim, I think is Orange County.
Yes, I think so it's pretty
right.
Big. It's pretty big.
It's huge.
It feels so nice and bougie and beautiful. It just has
well,
that
you
feeling.
Love a mall. And we were
also,
at the fashion.
I love a mall. I love mall culture.
We were at the Fashion Island Mall, and you had told me that you had been there before with your mom.
Yeah, my mom and I went there probably the first year I lived in LA. Or it was, within the first year, I think. And we drove out there, and I remember walking around that mall, and it was all coming back to me when we were there.
That's awesome. Okay, so The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
The best franchise.
So for those people who may not watch it or know much about it, kind of walk us through it a little bit.
Real Housewives of Salt Lake City takes place in Salt Lake City.
Whoa.
It is a variation of women who are married or not married anymore.
Right.
So the thing about Real Housewives is that not all of them are housewives.
Right.
There are more of them in Salt Lake than I would say like New York, which has since kind of crumbled. No one was married on the latest iteration of that. But this is like you have Lisa's married. Mary is married, although we don't. Mary is married to her step grandfather. That's a lot to unpack. Apparently, that's what her mom wanted. I don't even know. Oh, I thought someone was calling something.
No.
It was our Nespresso. That's Mary is like a whole topic in and of herself.
Well, wasn't that for like the trust, basically? So that
Yeah,
the
it was
money
for the
would roll
trust.
over, so that
that I guess Mary got it, and she took charge of the church.
yes, it was a tax thing.
It's so yeah, it's a tax thing. Meredith is married. Heather is divorced. Whitney is married. Angie K is married. Brittany is not, and Bronwyn is married. So I think it is like the highest amount of actually married housewives. But some of them are Mormon, some of them were Mormon, some of them were never Mormon, I think. And so whether they're practicing or not definitely comes into play with some of the drama. I wouldn't say that's so much a player in this current season, but last season it was definitely a thing with Brittany because Angie K brought her wine to like, she was having some like religious event at her house. And Angie K, who's Greek, of course, she makes sure that you know that every single episode, brought a bottle of wine because like Brittany was drinking wine before in front of it, like with the group. And so she brings a bottle of wine and Brittany is like, why would you bring me this bottle of wine when I am clearly having like a religious gathering and I'm a Mormon? Why would you do that? And Angie K's like, you drink wine. I don't know. I'm just coming to your house. It's like a hostess gift. I wouldn't think anything of it. So that can cause drama a lot in Salt Lake City.
How is the season, or how is this series like compare for you to the other ones? Like,
this is my number one.
okay.
So if I think about like original seasons, I would have said New York before. New York, when you have Bethany, Ramona, Luann, like Dorinda, that is an iconic cast. It doesn't get any better than that because you have people who believe in their own delusions. And that's really important to being a housewife. And you actually have that similar energy with Salt Lake City. Like Elisa Barlow is very much a personality type that would have been on an original like New York cast.
Yeah, totally.
Because she believes in her own delusions and it makes for a perfect housewife. Does it make for a good friend? Not necessarily, but it makes for really good TV. She doesn't even have to do anything to make it good. The issue that a lot of newer housewives fall into is that they try to self-produce. And I don't believe that many or any of the women on Salt Lake City do a lot of self-producing. And that's why it's so good.
Right.
They also had really dramatic seasons earlier with Jen Shah, where you see literally the FBI showing up to a Sprinter van to arrest Jen Shah. It's one of the most shocking things I've ever seen on reality TV in my many, many years of watching. I couldn't believe it. My heart was racing. And I mean, when people have things like that actually happening in their life, you got reality TV gold, baby. So for me, Salt Lake City is number one with the current iterations of all of the Real Housewives franchises. I do watch Beverly Hills. I do watch Potomac. I am trying to stay on top of it with Miami, with Orange County. But Salt Lake City is my number one favorite.
What do you think the allure is for people to watch the shows? Like, what makes you like it so much?
I think it's escapism. I think it's a lot of times we want to see people and drama that either we don't have or that is worse than the drama that we have in our own lives.
Right.
And it offers that. I unfortunately think there's a part of women where we like to see us be torn down by other women. It's a part of our culture. It's a part of our pop culture. It's a part of the patriarchy. And unfortunately, it is something that is entertaining to watch on TV too.
Yeah.
What that says about people who enjoy it, like myself, that's for me to unpack with a professional. But I mean, I don't get into fights like they do at all. So for me, I like to study the dynamics of how people get through those moments. And The thing about Salt Lake City is they can get into the nastiest fights and then be okay 2 seconds later, which is exactly why the original cast of New York worked so well. It was the same thing. In the same episode, you could have such great heights of drama, but also comedy gold. And Salt Lake City has that too.
Got it. So, okay, let's break down some of the characters. So who would you say is like your favorite to watch? Like if they were to leave the show, you would be devastated.
Lisa Barlow.
And why?
I love Lisa. This is controversial amongst the Bravo fans like myself, but Lisa is iconic. She just believes in everything that she says and everything that she does. And I think she's a really frustrating person if you're personally like trying to be friends with her.
Yeah.
But I like watching her. She has her own lore, which I fall in love with people like this. It has bitten me in the ass for sure. But but she has to travel with her glam team, and like anytime there's any kind of issue whatsoever, she's going to get her lawyers on it, and she wants to go the distance.
Right.
And like, I don't think that Lisa is a liar. Because I don't believe that anything that she says she thinks is not the truth.
Right.
So in that sense, I don't think she's a liar. I think her version of the truth could be slightly different than what it is. But also, like, I love her outfits and I love her hair and I like the way she talks. Like, she's fascinating to me.
She really is. Okay, so Bronwyn is newer.
Oh, I love Bronwyn.
So talk about Bronwyn a little bit because she's got a very interesting backstory.
Bronwyn joined the cast last season. So this is her sophomore season. And a lot of times what happens in the sophomore season for a newcomer who we love, who is a housewife, not a friend of, but a housewife.
Right.
A lot of times what happens in their second season is they have like a downfall and the audience starts to turn against them. That's not happening so far with Bronwyn. And in fact, we're loving her even more. So she joined last season. She is actually, I think 38 or 39, and she's married to Todd, and Todd is in his 60s,
I think so,
maybe. Yeah. And she had her daughter when she was only 18 years old. That caused a major rift in her family. Her father was a pastor or whatever it's called if you're a Mormon.
But she is Mormon?
Yes.
Okay.
And so her mom was really ashamed of her, did not celebrate her whatsoever and her pregnancy. And her mom is on this current season, and now we're seeing the dynamics of their relationship.
Yeah.
And she calls her mom Muzzy, and Muzzy is not nice at all. But Bronwyn, what I like so much about her is that she is unafraid to share the really hard parts about her life, and like sharing your relationship with your mom, who you're always trying to like seek her approval, and she's never going to get the kind of approval that she's actually seeking from her mom. Us seeing that is really vulnerable. And I think that's also someone who's not putting it on for the camera at all. And I just admire her for her honesty and her vulnerability.
Yeah.
And she also is super into fashion. They're very wealthy. I love a really wealthy housewife because she wears like actual couture and designer, and she buys her stuff. And that's cool. I love hearing about that.
And that was kind of the concept when it started, right? Was like these women are like living very luxurious lifestyles that we didn't really get to see. And we kind of see, it's almost like the lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Exactly. But they could live a couple streets over from you.
Right.
It started with OC, and someone got like this pitch. There's like a gated community in the OC, and they were like, what if we got access to the women who live here? And at the time it's like fake boobs, blonde hair, married to older guys, that kind of concept. But once they found the actual people who they film, the reality is so much more interesting.
Totally.
So that is the concept. It's like lifestyles of the rich and famous and their messes, kind of.
Yeah.
But like the famous person next door.
Okay, who do you think on the show is the most like you?
Oh my God. I actually would probably say Bronwyn, because she admits to like needing approval and seeking approval in her friendships and in her relationships. And I relate to that a lot. Yeah. And I also think she's someone who tries to be very clear in her word. And I try that too, to the point where like, I'll correct myself in the middle of our podcast because I'll be like, I think I said the wrong thing a few sentences earlier, or like, one word was wrong, know? So I relate to that, and like thinking about like external validation. This is some deep stuff, but I think I relate to that a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So the season is going right now. It's on Bravo / Peacock, right?
Yes.
So what, kind of do a quick little recap of what's happening on the season so far.
Oh my gosh.
Or maybe just do the last episode. What's the big drama that's happening in the last episode?
Gosh. Okay. There's so much drama. Everyone's fighting. Okay. Let's see. Lisa is really fighting with Angie K. Lisa and Angie K used to be best friends. And then they had kind of a falling out last year. I don't even remember over what, but now they're fighting about everything.
Yeah.
They're accusing each other of like not having enough money, getting certain things in their life from men who are not their husbands. Right. And like it's just like a back and forth, total mess. They both fight really dirty and just like cannot let go. And like they both have to have the last word. So the fight just always escalates to the worst possible point. Mary and Angie K became friends last season, and now we're starting to see this new friendship is starting to fracture a little bit. I think we'll see a lot more on tonight's episode, actually, which is sad because I think Mary has a hard time trusting people and keeping people close to her. And once she does trust someone, she really trusts them and thinks like they're locked in for life.
Right.
And when they don't do things that she sees as support, it's not just surprising to her, but it really shakes her foundation. So I think that's starting to happen with Angie K. Heather and Whitney are cousins, and they also have an on-again, off-again kind of close friendship, but I think they're back on good terms. There's not a lot of drama happening there. Whitney had to fold her business last season. Oh, I did want to say this about Whitney. Whitney was like, I realized I was really trying because her husband lost his job because of the way that they were portrayed in the first 2 seasons, where like,
really,
she was like dancing on a stripper pole and they were like covering each other naked in chocolate and making like body art with the chocolate. And he got fired for his job. So I think internally she's like, oh no, like I'm not good enough. I'm not professional enough.
Right.
I'm not real enough. Like I need to be a serious businesswoman in order to be taken seriously. So she tries that. The business fails. And this season she's like getting in touch with fun, wild Whitney Rose again,
right.
Which I have to say, I think there is really power in knowing that. I think like, if you're like, listen, I tried this, it didn't work. I just kind of want to be myself.
Yeah.
And I think that's a really good thing to do. And I think that's a powerful way of moving it. I'm excited for Whitney.
Okay.
Let's see. Brittany is a newer cast member. She's not a main housewife yet, but Brittany's a mess. But she's kind of like a lovable mess.
She really is. She's really fun.
Yeah, she's really
she's
fun.
Not very bright.
She's not.
Which is okay.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
But
like socially
she
bright.
kind
like,
of has like beef with everyone.
I liked her segment when she was talking to Angie K about real estate.
Yes.
That was incredible because they were arguing over basically Angie listed her home, but not with Brittany, but also like she doesn't really know Brittany very well.
No.
And real estate's having a realtor or whatever. It's like kind of pick someone that maybe you worked with before or whatever. Like,
yeah, the person that Angie chose is her godson's mother. So it's obviously a friend of hers that she's very close with.
Yeah, but that was a really
But
fun
the house has
moment.
been listed for 200 days and it has a price reduction. And Brittany's just like looking this up at the lunch table like, oh, that's not good. Ooh, that's not a good sign. And Angie's like, what?
Do you know?
What do you know about my house? It's so ridiculous. It's so fun.
And they went over like all the zip codes, like who had the wealthiest zip code, and everyone had a different like zip code that they were like presenting to the group. That was incredible.
They all had different answers. Like, actually, it's this.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so funny. So she has beef with everyone. Bronwyn has kind of beef. Bronwyn was also close with Lisa, and they are no longer close. I don't know who Bronwyn is close with technically in the group yet.
I don't know if anyone. I think she's still on the outside.
I think she is still a bit on the outside, but like everyone's in good enough graces, I guess.
Well, the entire episode last week was about them hanging out at a place where a murder-suicide took place with peacocks and random animals and a tarot reading.
Shouldn't laugh. They had by an intuitive, whatever, a spiritual intuitive.
Yeah. So, I mean, these shows are incredible because they can literally take these women to one location for an entire 45-minute episode and just have them just over cocktails or brunch or tarot readings. Just everything comes out every single time. It's just crazy.
They can't help themselves. They have to say everything that's on their minds. They can't just like not fight.
Okay, so give me your best pitch, or to the camera maybe even, of why someone should watch and start Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
You should watch Real Housewives of Salt Lake City as an anthropological study. It is a study of women interacting with one another. It is a study of what happens when women are forced to be under the thumb of the patriarchy too much, and especially in terms of religion. I think it's interesting to watch someone grapple with their religion as they age and what they want to do with that and how they want to treat God in their lives. Several of the housewives have gone through that in this show.
Yeah.
Especially Heather.
Yep.
I think if you want to see great fashion and high drama and high comedy, it's the best place to get it. Yeah. It's just the best.
And there's a huge universe around it. You can watch What Happens Live, which is going to be like a recap possibly of that. There's lots of podcasts that we listen to that can talk about it. I mean, the universe, it's as big as it's a sport. It's a sport.
I have always believed that Bravo to me it's my NFL.
Yeah, it is.
It is. And I love it.
Well, thank you for letting me grill you on the Real Housewives.
I didn't know it was going to be an interview about it. But hey, I'm prepared.
It's one of your favorite things. You love it.
It is one of my favorite things.
And I wanted to celebrate that.
And when I'm in like a good Bravo season, it's the best. I was just in a drought and now I'm like in it. And then we're going to get Southern Charm and then it's going to be like Summer House and Real Housewives of Beverly Hills will come back soon and whatever the Summer House spinoff is, I'm locked in. I love it.
Okay, good. Well, okay, so hope you guys enjoyed that. If you didn't,
if you didn't,
fast forward. Sorry. But
we're gonna switch up the tone here real quick.
Now I'm worried because I have to come up with things to talk about, or say myself about this next subject, which is hard. But we watched a documentary on Netflix called The Perfect Neighbor, and it is about a incident that took place in the state of Florida where I don't know if we should do spoilers. We probably shouldn't do too many spoilers, but basically a neighbor moved into a community that had lots of young kids, young families. There was property near their apartment that was used by the children to play in, a huge grassy area that was just like obviously where these kids would play. And this one moves in and basically is like, no, I don't like kids. I don't want them near me. And I'm going to harass them and yell at them until I create enough confrontation where they hate me, I hate them. And then the incident takes place that we don't have to talk about necessarily, but something really big happens and it changes all of their lives forever.
So if you will recall when we talked about the high school catfish, my hatred for that mother, multiply that by even more.
I think so.
For this disgusting goblin wench.
Yes.
Of an excuse of a human being. She is pure evil. I do think she has something wrong with her mentally. She's not in her right mind whatsoever. To hate children this much, to call the police on children all the time for playing in a yard is the dream. I mean, ideally, children are playing outside with each other and playing football and playing games and on their bikes. And these kids in this neighborhood have a really tight-knit community, which to me is the dream. Like you can't buy that. That's the best possible outcome for kids in a neighborhood.
And it's one thing to ask them politely or ask the parents politely, say, hey, at certain times of day, can you maybe not have them play at 9:00 at night or something, right?
No.
Or I think it's reasonable to communicate, but her communication was through the police, which is a massive escalation. And she's a white woman and she knows that it's dangerous for people of color to have the police show up.
Yes.
And that was part of the thing is like she escalated everything constantly.
Weaponizing her whiteness. And she also started heckling the children and calling them the N-word and calling them the R-word and calling them all of these horrible, horrible names.
Yes.
And it just continues to escalate to a place where it never had to get to. And this is all because of children playing. Like, this woman was actually driving herself crazy.
Right.
You know, I have a stance of like, I try not to allow myself to get annoyed with anything in the first place, because then once, like, this is a really small example. In our neighborhood, when the bird scooters showed up, everyone was so annoyed with them all the time and they were complaining about them all the time. And I was just like, I'm not going to allow myself to be annoyed with it the first time, because then I'm going to be annoyed every single time I'm exposed to that.
Right.
I don't want to do that. That's a waste of energy. This woman is spiraling about kids playing. That's it.
Right.
That's and kids get loud sometimes, but they're like sounds of joy. We used to live by a school and we would hear kids playing outside for recess all the time, and it's a joyous sound.
The school was there before we moved in.
Yes.
These kids were there. If she doesn't want to live in that community, she should have moved. I'm sorry.
She should have.
It's not like there's something special about where she is. There's plenty of apartments, I'm sure, that will offer her the same exact living circumstance somewhere else. That was and she even mentions that she was like, oh, it's temporary. I'm going to move out soon. I'm not going to be here very long. I mean, she's telling that to the police. Like, why are you telling people that? And then you just actively hate your living experience, which, by the way, I'm sorry that you hate that, then move. Like, that's what happens. If you don't like that, then move. And we've all been in circumstances like that where our neighborhood may be annoying. Oh, there's parties in this house, or this place always does this thing. And it's like, well, if you don't like it enough, move. But you don't just call the police all the time on it. Like, at some point, it's like, just get out of there.
And there's a certain point where you see she does have family and people she knows who help her move some of her things out at a certain point. So it's like she could have gone anywhere. She was determined to stay there and to ruin people's lives.
I think so too.
That was her thing. A unique part about this documentary, and everyone should watch this, is that it's all shown through police body cam footage and police cameras. There
is never an interview on camera that's like a special camera. They do some voiceover stuff that we don't know exactly where that comes from.
Yeah.
But they never show like an interview to camera. So it's all the video footage of people talking is all captured through either a body cam, a dash cam, or a ring camera, right? Like, ring cameras are a big part of it too, to help tell the story. It's heartbreaking.
It's completely heartbreaking. It takes you into the worst, most heartbreaking night of people's lives. Yeah. And
I would say the trailer may be the best trailer of the year. It was so gripping. So if you watch the trailer, you will watch the movie, guaranteed. But it also showed police actually in pretty good light. They did a really good job.
They did a great job of handling everything.
Are you okay?
No, I just think about those sweet kids, and none of this had to happen. And I thank them for sharing their story, and it's just the worst thing imaginable, honestly.
Yeah.
And they're such sweet, sweet souls and angels, and
I mean, we're talking about a place in Florida where laws are created to allow this kind of stuff to happen, and it allows, in my opinion, white people an opportunity to defend themselves against their own racism and bigotry against black and brown people. And it is factually correct.
Yeah, they share stats about that.
About the statistics that shows who is using this law against whom.
Yeah.
And how it's actually increased homicides by the rate of 700 additional murders or deaths a year because of these stand your ground laws in one state. And it's extremely disturbing and depressing, and also hopeful in some ways too, where you have these kids having such incredible community support. Like, they really have an amazing community and family coming out to support them, but they're going to need a lot of that, and it shouldn't happen. And I think it is important to watch. Again, I think the police officers did an incredible job. every single time they came out. I think it really showed them in a good light. It showed some diversity on the police force, which I think was really important to see that because it really helped the situation. People could understand and relate to people better that way. And I think it really was a good opportunity to see what probably most police work is.
Yeah.
It's going to nuisance calls. It isn't.
It's a lot of people management.
Yes. And I thought they did as, good of a job as, nothing they did really was something that I would like look back and go, oh man, you didn't do that was bad. I thought they did a really good job. I was very impressed.
It's an incredible documentary. Watch it. It's on Netflix. Did it win Sundance?
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, it's profound. It's really important. Watch it.
Yeah. I'm curious if it's going to be nominated for an Oscar. I
feel like it could be.
I feel like it could be. I know
it should be. I haven't seen another documentary that good.
Well, the Alabama Solution, is that what it's called?
Oh yeah, I need to watch
that one.
Is that a series or a doc?
It's a doc. I watched
not a doc series.
I watched like 2/3 of it. It's fantastic. That's another amazing documentary. It opens. That one opens in hey
Dolly. It was mommy's mug. Dolly. It was mommy's mug. It was mommy. You're very cute.
But yeah, the Alabama Solution is also fantastic, and that will be up there too. And it shows the police and not really the police, but the corrections / prison system for all of its insane awfulness that we put people through. And our country has so many flaws when it comes to this stuff, like privatizing facilities that then treat people inhumanely is insane because the amount of money they get, they should be treating these people way better, but they don't because they're private. And that's another huge problem, is like profiting off of the awful treatment of fellow Americans. This
is a whole other topic for another day.
When you watch The Perfect Neighbor, you go, send her to one of those prisons.
God,
if there's a prison,
send her away forever.
You guys will absolutely lose your mind during one of the scenes, and I can't wait to get feedback from it because you will everything you need to know about her takes place in an interrogation moment, and you're just going to lose your minds. It is absolutely the biggest fear that we should all have of people out there who believe that they are so above any possible punishment or accountability that it's like frightening what someone could do and then not realize that there's consequences.
She's a bitch. She's so nasty. Also, her switch up on the 911 call was, you go, oh, you are a fake.
Yeah.
You're a fraud.
Yeah.
You're psychotic. Well, lighthearted, fun.
We're going to switch up. We're going to switch up really quick.
Wow, this is like really emotionally all over the place.
Yeah. So we went from Salt Lake City to two of the most important documentaries of the 21st century. But let's move into our favorite segment, or at least maybe your favorite segment. And it's mine too.
Okay.
Sip on this.
Sip on this.
Boop, 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 boop.
So no questions for each other this week.
I asked you like 20 already. So yeah. I already have my sip on this I'm really excited about. But
can you go first?
Wait, is the music going to sip on this? Have I started it yet? Should I start it now?
Start it now.
Boop, 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 boop. I can start it whenever. Sip on this.
Sip on this.
Sip on this. So I want my sip on this to be, I guess I can do whatever I want. It is my sip on this. But I want to take a little humble brag moment.
Please.
I told you guys, I sat here and I told you, if you listen to the podcast, that Sabrina Carpenter was probably, in my opinion, the closest heir apparent to Taylor Swift. I got so much shit on TikTok about it. What about Billie? What about Tate McRae? What about Olivia Rodrigo? What about all these people? And I did say, I wasn't trying to be disparaging, but I did say comments about Olivia that were like, I think maybe she's past her peak. Okay, that sounds mean. It is not meant to be mean. She's so talented. All these women are extremely talented. I'm obsessed with all of them. I can't wait to listen to all their new songs. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to make a serious point of like, who's number one? And I picked Sabrina Carpenter. And I was right. How was I right? Well, it's pretty obvious how I was right. Our girl Taylor Swift broke the record for most album sales ever in a single week.
That's right. Yeah, she did.
Who was
And
the only?
She is our girl.
Who was the only feature on that album?
Sabrina Carpenter.
Who is headlining Coachella?
Sabrina Carpenter.
Who was on SNL?
Sabrina Carpenter.
Who basically is the only friend of Taylor Swift?
Sabrina Carpenter.
Selena Gomez and Sabrina Carpenter. But who influenced Taylor's music and her lyrics?
Sabrina Carpenter.
So I just feel like you guys owe me an apology that I was right, you are wrong. Your takes are valid for yourself.
They're valid, but they're wrong.
They're valid, but they're wrong. Start your own podcast. Spew what you want. But my opinion on this, I think, is coming to life.
Yes.
And I'm very proud of myself for that take. And yeah, also Olivia Dean, who I'm obsessed with. She's a rocket ship. She is a rocket ship.
She is.
She's now the sleeper.
beautiful.
She's the
I'm
Grammy
obsessed.
sleeper. She's the Grammy sleeper. She's going to host be the musical guest on SNL coming up. So, look, if you guys want hot takes that are accurate, that will come true,
That are right.
listen to this podcast. Okay,
You are a tastemaker, and that is true, and a trendsetter. You
Thank
always
you.
have been.
Thank
You know these things.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yes.
I mean, we weren't the first on it.
No, we
but-
were actually a little behind the ball on that one.
Well, it wasn't top 10 in Billboard at that time. We got to look it
okay.
up. I'll look it up and I'll post about it.
Okay.
But you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, haters. That video has so many comments and likes on TikTok. So thank you. Please, I'm going to post this video about me shutting you all down. And yeah, I'm right and you're wrong. So you're welcome. All right, what's your sip on this?
Wow. And I have to live with this every day.
I never brag about myself, but I just want to finally say that. It's finally
I know. You have told me many
Yeah.
times that you were right.
Okay.
So.
That's true. All right, what is your sip on this, Angel?
Okay, my sip on this week, and actually for a large part of this year, is buying books twice.
Huh.
Did you like my delivery? I tried to do it like you. So I'm buying books 2 times, okay?
Okay.
I'm trying to read more, and I am really urgent in my reading. Like, I have a very instinctual feeling for what I need to read next, which means I can't wait the 16 weeks for Libby to get it to me.
Right.
So I'm buying books left and right. I'm supporting the authors. So I'm either buying the actual physical book
Okay.
or the Kindle version of the book, and I am buying the Audible of the book.
Got it.
So I can go between the two constantly, no matter what. This allowed me to finish a book in 24 hours this week, which I've never done. You also weren't home, so I was listening to it nonstop, like out loud in the house. But I'm surrounded by the story at all times because I'll be reading something physically or on my Kindle or on a book, and then I'll be getting ready and be like, oh, what do I listen to while I'm getting ready? I want to listen to this story that I'm locked into, but I can't. So now I'm just saying, F it, I'm buying the book twice. I'm doing it.
Good.
And, I tagged an author this week that I finished her book in 24 hours.
Name drop.
And Rachel Harrison.
Okay.
And I said that I finished the book because I had both the paperback and the Audible. And I think, she responded to me because she was like, this girl bought my book twice. I'm into that.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. I'm supporting the arts. I'm supporting the authors.
Well, I'm one of those people that does not read books, so I'm confused.
Yeah, that's like a really fun fact about you.
But I don't understand how they still have these 2 separate platforms. Like I would assume if you bought the book, you'd get the Audible version too. Like it is kind of
You would
crazy
think that,
you
right?
don't get both at once because that's like back in remember when they did it with Blu-rays and DVDs? It was like you would buy a Blu-ray or a DVD and be like, oh, I have this physical copy, but I have to but what if I wanted to download it, have a digital version of it? And then that started becoming the thing where you get a digital version so you don't have to have the physical disc.
Well, if it's on Kindle Unlimited and it's on both, that's usually on Audible as well. So you can, if you download both at the same time, it will keep track between. You can read on your Kindle and it will pick up on your Audible.
But you're still buying
they
it
have
twice.
to be both. No, Unlimited. I'm not buying it. It's already included in
Got it.
the monthly fee that I pay. So
Okay. Well, you pay a monthly fee and you buy books?
yes.
Oh my God.
The authors need it. Okay.
No, they do. They do. They do. And one day you'll be an author.
You never know.
Oh yeah.
I really don't know. So
Okay, well, I love that. And I love this episode. This was so much fun.
yes, it was so fun.
It's also almost Halloween. So next week we'll talk about Halloween stuff.
Halloween. Sorry.
And that means the best part about Halloween for Kailey, I think, is that the next day is November 1st, which means we get to put up
my Christmas tree. I'm so excited.
Which will become the background. No, you're not my.
Oh, I can put a little tree over here.
Yeah, we put a little holiday cheer.
Yeah, or like a little garland there or something.
Cute. Well, thank you guys for listening and watching. We love you guys so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow, or all the ways you can do that.
Rate and review.
Rate and review. It means so much to us.
That'd be nice. My camera's flashing over there.
Great. And we love you guys, and it really means so much that you listen and that you share it and you talk about it with us. And I love all your messages and your texts when if you know me personally, when you do listen.
Pretty much everyone who listens knows you.
it means so much to us.
We love you. Thank you for listening. Have a great week. Stay caffeinated, and we'll chat next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.